Yes, it is cold out there. We got a snow last night, didn't amount to much. As you can see, most of it's already all melted away, but it's still chilly outside. The wind's brisk, so today is gonna be one of those days working in the greenhouse. As you can see behind me, the lemons need harvesting, and the greenhouse needs some attention. I've been out here a couple of times in the last couple of weeks, cleaning out the lettuce bed. That's all I lack. It's already starting to bolt, so what I've been doing with that is just been feeding it to the rabbits. Over there is really close to bolting. I'm gonna go ahead and let it finish bolting and then use that as the seeds. That's that Meyer lettuce. I really like that lettuce. Best in the greenhouse, I'll say that. I like it inside the greenhouse, outside, whatever. We did use a different mix in this grow bed. For some reason, this grow bed started clogging up. And as you can see, I don't know if that's fish manure, decaying roots or what, but I started digging the gravel out and it is pretty mucky down in there. I really need to clean it out and wash it, but I think what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and finish digging out all the way down. I'll probably go ahead and pull that lettuce out, dig all the way down. I think I'm going to put a PVC pipe in there to let some of the extra water go through. That way there's water just not sitting on top. I don't like that. Afraid we'll get some kind of contamination on lettuce and things like that. We had one Meyer lettuce bolted and it draped over onto the ground. So now I've got lettuce all over the floor. I may actually try to pull some of that up and plant it back in the grow beds before I step on it and ruin it. But for today, I'm going to harvest all these lemons. This is a Meyer lemon tree. The problem is what happened in the past is we harvested them, kind of put them in a drawer, forget about them, and they end up going bad. Some of them, not near all of them, but this is our biggest harvest yet. And I told Andrew the other day we're going to preserve these. So I'm going to get busy harvesting these, and then we'll show you what we're going to do with them. Alright, so we went from like 1 or 2 the first year. I think last year we had like 10. I want you to look at this. I didn't count them as I was cutting them. I'm going to go inside and wash them up, get them all cleaned up and get them ready to preserve. And at that point I'll count them and see how many we got. So 43 lemons. That's pretty amazing on year 3. All right, so next I'm gonna get busy. I'm gonna start cutting these up. I'm gonna slice them about yay thick, and that's gonna be a lot of slicing. One problem I got. This is the KitchenAid knife. It's one of our better knives, but the bad thing about it is it will not hold an edge. So I've just went back there and sharpened it on my sharpener. I've got a top of the line sharpener that keeps everything really sharp, but I would really like to know if you have got a knife that will hold an edge that you don't have to sharpen all the time. Please let me know, because I really need one. This right here, less than desirable, I'll say that. So we're gonna go from here to, you guessed it, maybe you guessed it. I don't know if you guessed it. I'm just saying you might have guessed it. Who knows? Going with a harvest dry. Gonna freeze dry all these lemon slices. We can turn around and use these in water, make lemon water. You can put a slice of one of these dried lemons in your tea, hot tea, cold tea, it don't matter. You could, I've never done it, but I know you can, what do you call it, grind them or whatever, zest it into some recipes. My only thing is I understand, I'm putting them on there just something to maybe chew on, I don't know. Why throw them away, right? What I understand, they will stick, and I've watched 2 different videos on them. One person used the tray, one person used parchment paper, but when they used the parchment paper and tried to pull these off, it stuck to the parchment paper, so the parchment paper stuck on them, and the only way to get it off is to rehydrate it. So I don't know that I want to do that. Oh! No, I'm just kidding. It's ketchup. It's already getting there. It's getting dull. I probably shouldn't be messing with you like that. I'll probably slice the end of my finger off just since I was playing around. Well, I've used about half of them, and that filled up 4 trays. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put these in the freeze dryer, and then go ahead and get 4 more trays and go ahead and freeze them for right now. That way that'll just speed the process up. Alright, so I'm going to finish cutting the rest of these up, get them in the freezer, and the next time you see, we'll be pulling those out. Okay, so they're not quite ready yet, but I did change my mind, and I'm going to go ahead and use parchment paper on 2 of these and just see if it sticks any worse to that than it does the trays. You know, I'm always wanting to experiment, so always full of experiments, I guess. So I got 1 more lemon. Hey, and I have gotten a lot better at cutting these up. I know you probably don't want to watch me cut this, but here, watch me cut this. We'll just see. I know what others have said, so I want to give it my own try. What I'm going to do that I'm not sure that they did is I'm going to put these in the freezer first. Once they're frozen, I may pull them off, turn them over, and see if that helps. I don't know. Now what we're going to do is pull one of the thicker ones out. And I know I put them towards this end. Yep, right there. Oh man, they did stick. Alright, as soon as I set the camera down, I broke it with my finger, so I'm gonna have to scrape with a spatula or something. But that was one of the thicker ones. It's dry all the way through, so this batch is done. All right, so I'm gonna rehydrate one real quick. I actually just used a piece of this that I broke a while ago. Let's see what it tastes like too. I probably don't want to eat the peeling, huh? Oh, pucker, pucker, pucker. Oh, lemony. Wowzers. Ooh, I gotta get a drink. So while that's rehydrating, I'm gonna get some of these off here. Oh yeah, that works pretty good. Metal spatula and just
They definitely do stick.
So here is 3 of the 8 trays that I got made up. Fixing to put the other 4 in there. Just off of what I just saw, I definitely would not do parchment paper. I know I already done 2 of them. I don't know how they're going to turn out yet, but using a metal spatula on them, just getting underneath them just a little bit and prying up, popping them off there, it was pretty easy. I'm sure that'll come clean, just putting water back on it, rehydrating what's left on the trays. It'll probably scrub right off, but now all you gotta do is reach in the bag, grab 1 or 2 out, put it in some water, and have you some lemon water. These are going to be preserved for a long, long time, which they probably won't last around here a long time. Anyway, I'm going to jump off here. If y'all are interested in one of those Harvest Dry freeze dryers for doing something like this or anything, everything, there's a link below. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Thank y'all for watching. Till next time, God bless. One last thing I forgot to do, show you the rehydrated one. So the peeling is still wanting to float. It's not wanting to go down in there. So if you're going to do this very often, I'd probably recommend putting that in there, putting ice on it, and then putting the water over it. But for the purpose of the video, we're just going to look and see how it looks. Rehydrated.
I figure if you put it in boiling water too, it's going to sink. We're going to try a cup of tea.
A cup of tea?
A cup of tea.
Is that how you say it? A cup of tea?
Let's try organic rose hips with hibiscus.
And
water.
Lemon.
Hot water. Yeah, and lemon. I always like to read these little things on the tea. I don't know about y'all. I'm disappointed with the brands that don't have these. It says, a garden is a delight to the eye and a solace for the soul. Ooh, how fitting. Okay, so we need a slice of lemon, Ben. Let's get this tiny piece.
This one?
Yep.
Or this one?
This one.
This one, you sure?
This one.
You like that one?
I like that one. Okay, just FYI, we made tea and put boiling water over it. The lemon still floats. I just found that interesting. It's really good. Very lemony. But the floating doesn't matter. It's just, I just thought that was interesting. I thought it probably would have sunk after it rehydrated and especially pouring boiling water. But it didn't. But I want to show you one last thing before we jump off here. So I just wanted to show you how easy these clean up. This is just some hot, barely soapy water. And this is just a Pampered Chef scrubber. You can get these everywhere. You don't have to use Pampered Chef brand, but I just had them in the drawer. I use these things on everything from cast iron, and so I thought I'd try it on here, and you can see it just literally basically wipes right off. So these are coming like perfectly clean. I've already done it on this end. You can see that spot was a little tough. Just get it wet. It'll wipe right off.